Mae eich archifau lleol yn lle perffaith i ddod i wybod hanes eich teulu. Mae Paul Clark yn ymwelydd cyson ag Archifdy Sir y Fflint, ac wrth iddo ymchwilio i hanes ei deulu ar ochr ei dad, llwyddodd i darganfod mwy na'r disgwyl.
My grandmother's brother deserted the army in the First World War and found his way to Australia, where he changed his name. And it turned out that he married in Australia and had 10 children. This photograph of George is the only photograph I know for sure is him, and I got it from his Merchant Navy record card. But in Australia they don't have any photographs of him at all. They've searched, they've asked all different members of the family, and no one seems to have one. He did send letters home using a false name about him riding up and down Australia on horseback and pack horse, doing a bit of gold mining. And the letters just stopped. His mother and father were still alive and they thought he died.
Mae archifau lleol yn ffynonell dda i haneswyr teuluol, oherwydd ei bod yn cadw a gofalu am ddogfennau unigryw. Mwyn I gweld nhw, mae angen I chi lenwi ffurflen gais a roi I aelod o staff.
I've just had a request for a document from someone in the search room, so we'll go and get it from the strong rooms if you'd like to come with me. And we have the strong room here. The lights come on automatically when you open the door. And here we have air conditioning, so the documents are kept at the right temperature and the right relative humidity. I'll just move these along. Right, I want this box here. Items actually on the top.
Does dim rhaid i'ch gwaith ymchwil gael ei gyfangu I ddogfennau papur. Mae archifau yn gallu arwain at ymchwil bellach, yn enwedig wrth ddefnyddio'r o'r cyfleusterau technoleg gwybodaeth yn eich archif leol I ymchwilio ar-lein am ddim.
I put a message on a family history site on the internet to see if anybody knew George Hales, his correct name, aka Peter Clayton. And I got a reply from one of his grandsons.
Trwy gysylltu â'i berthnasau yn Awstralia, fe wnaeth Paul Clark darganfod pethau hapus a thrist am fywyd ei hen ewythr.
In 1940, his eldest son shot and killed him. He had a lot of problems, and I think it was probably because of the war, shell shock. And on this night, that he'd come into their house in the early hours of the morning threatening people, and his eldest son, who was only 17, went into his mother's bedroom, picked up a gun to protect him and shot him. He didn't die till the next day, but he didn't blame the boy. He said in his report that when he was talking to the police, it was all his fault.
Trwy dirchio I hanes ei deulu, mae Paul wedi darganfod teulu newydd, ac erbyn hyn mae mewn cysylltiad rheolaidd â nhw.
We have a photograph of Jackie, his granddaughter, Francis's daughter, when she came to stay with us last year.
People come along and then they love to tell you what they found, and that makes the job even more interesting. So you feel proud that you've helped them in finding something amazing. With Paul Clark recently found information that led to relatives in Australia, and then they came over here and visited him.
Lots of people say, I'd love to do it. I'd love to know where my family comes from. I think if you really get into it, if you really get interested, you start to look further, which you can do. I mean, if it wasn't for the archives, if I didn't start going to the archives and finding out about family, certainly wouldn't have known anything at all about their family. And such a nice family.